Hi everyone, out on a ride, and it's the Friday evening. It's just before 5 o'clock, and I'm gonna have a ride into town. It's a little bit windy, so hopefully you can still hear me on the mic. I've got a dead cat on, but hopefully you can hear me well enough. But I'm going to do a little ride today dealing with town traffic, dealing with how I deal with rush hour, what people are like, and the precautions I'm taking to make sure I'm safe. So I'm not going to pick a straightforward route either. I think straight from the off we're going to head through Walton Vale, Town County Road, and we'll try and have a little look at a couple of pieces of cycling infrastructure along the way also. This camera is going to be a pain in the backside, isn't it? Give us a sec, let's see if we can fix it. So, doesn't want to sit on that angle, so we have another option. Put like that, and then have it like that. See whether that is any better. It's going to be one of them days. It is Friday the 13th though, so what do you expect? Give us a second, gloves back on, then we'll get working. One of my old pupils, that's Molly. Good to see driving. Right, off we go. So, like I said, we're gonna try and have a little look to see what I do to deal with some busier traffic. So what do we do now? I am turning left, giving them a nice early arm signal. Are they just going to give way, or are they just going to blast through? Now I'm watching the lights. The lights have changed, so I'm going to give another left arm signal. So communicating with that vehicle opposite, and I'm going to be positive. Happy days there, no issues. So you've got to be super aware of absolutely everything around. Definitely staying in primary here, knowing the world that I want to be within that door. So we're fine where we are. I haven't got the rear view mirror option on my Innov K6. I'm just going to do my normal stuff, looking over my shoulders. So it is it's pretty windy today. Got a little bit of a headwind. No one's behind me close. Can hear someone coming up though. So when are we going to get out round the park run? Yeah, I'm going to do it early. No bothers. Nice wide pass, well done. Just looking over my shoulder to try and borrow a little more room. And that's it's quite important to make sure you're outside of this door. Primarily, I will add. So if someone runs out, you've got time to deal with it. So I'm just going to move to a scene position, and I'm going to be positive and take up primary. So notice how I changed what I did to suit the taxi. I'm not trying to just get in front, just trying to make sure I'm seen and I'm safe. Hopefully this camera's not going to be slipping down. It's not too bad. Apologies if it does. So, what am I expecting? Don't know, to be honest. Let's just deal with it as you see it. It's never an issue. You don't know what's happening from 1 second to the next. That's why you've got to keep observing. So the lights are going to change shortly. Staying in primary through the junction. Now we've got the vehicles merging in. I'm making sure I'm staying behind the blue one. Be seen through the junction. Now is the bus parking. No, it's not. So I am just going to tuck it back to secondary. Give people a little bit more room to come past. Not an issue. That one's let me go. That's all fine. Got to be careful here now. Is the taxi going to pull back out? Probably. DS18WDZ, straight through the light. I am going to go up here into the cycle area so it can be seen. Okay. Key is, with many situations, it's the same in a car. It's speed difference that's the big problem. So I'm always making sure I'm not in an area where my speed in relation to theirs is going to be a problem. Not going to ride on the pavement like that cyclist. So totally fine, staying primary. Now we've been seen by this silver one. This is the key. I am going to look to go around the bus as well. Not now. This silver one again, I'm not going to put myself in a position next to it. Still not. I could go faster, but I'm not going to. They have stayed out. And I think I can get to the other side of the keep clear. But now I've got to be super careful with where I go. I'm just staying here to be seen. This maroon one's having a little bit of a race. Not now. Now I'm going to put a nice right arm signal on. And out I go. Easy enough. No issues. I'm going to come back in. It will try and rush past as normal, but I am going to check and filter down the right hand side to the front of the box where I can keep going. Okay, no issues there. Expecting people to come past. I'm alright with that here, to be honest. Not a big deal. Quite okay with that, but I've got to deal with the parked one. So I'm going to let the blue one past. Thank you. No issue, easy enough. I'm just going to slow and let that one pass because they weren't taking up a position to go a door's width and a half past. This guy wants to push in all the time. He's not clever enough to realise that in this sort of traffic a bike's going to be probably just as quick. But I'm alright now, not a problem. I am going to go straight on as well. So again, all of these drivers pushing past. Fine filtering, just got to be careful. cycle area. Now hold back behind the black one. That was important. And now I'm taking a positive primary position because we don't want anyone coming past at this point. Got escape routes either side and doing my utmost to keep things moving again. Now I'm happy with an overtake. Come back to secondary. Be careful of junctions. You should really be coming past primary at junctions. But when I've got a good view like I've got of this one, and I'm aware of this car behind, I'm okay with it. This one less so. So I'm just positioning out. And that's no way 1.5 meters. So, am I going to fight with this guy? No. He's not worth it. He's obviously that silly to be risking some points and a fine. That's his livelihood. Let's just put my camera up straight again. Yeah, he's risking points and a fine. It's poor. That was poor behaviour. And he was just battling just because I was taking up primary to make myself safe coming past the side road. Let's see where he is a little bit further up. Am I okay going past on this left side? Yep. So it's got him nowhere. Okay. So now I've got a little situation because this left lane heads off. No issues. I can easily get to the cycle area, so I'm fine. Be seen when you're out here as well. It's really important. This is going to be an ongoing thing with this little camera today, so I apologise. So, scooter rider. They're not meant to be doing that. So I'm just speaking to myself, mate. All right. But yeah, scooters are not meant to be in these cycle areas. They should be behind the line. But even though he's not long learnt, he's got an L plate on, he just decides to do that. But that's how people are nowadays. I know exactly when the lights are going to change. This filter traffic to the right hand side is going first, and then it's going to be our turn. So we're going to head County Road. We're going to make it pretty awkward, pretty busy, as you can see. Lights are changing that side. Where are people around? And off we go. So yeah, I've got no issues with people coming past me at this point. Wonder where that maroon Nissan taxi is going to be. Wonder whether he's going to get triggered. Thank you, buddy. Well done, taxi, or well done, van driver. Put his thumb up. There you go. A little bit of thought. He helped me out. I'll help him out. My cameras fell down again. Okay, so we've got a busy roundabout. There's that guy from before, BL64 XWC. When am I going to go? After the white one? Yeah, I'm making sure that this one slides off. I don't go past him. You have to give way to both lanes. Is the learner going to be an issue? No. Bloody camera, it's doing me head in. So if it does drop down, I'm only going to put it back up when I'm safe with it. So if it's just the front and rear cameras of the Inov K6, so be it. Let's have a look at this scenario. This one's coming up. I'm watching. They're okay. And I'm making sure that I've been seen when I'm filtering past. Cheers, buddy. Nice job. I might go past the front of the queue here. Okay. No issues. And we haven't had a thing up to now. Back and behind the bus. I'm just going to stay in secondary just so the bus driver can still see us. I don't think I'm going to the front here either. I'm just going to stay here in this position. Because there's a parked car and there's two buses, it's not worth the risk. Is the bus going to park? Taxi driver's doing a good job. This guy to my right, I think he was pretty good. Camera's dropped a little bit again. Buses are both parked up ahead. I'm just aware of this one to my right now wishing to push in. No, he's okay. And now I'm going to look to go around the buses. I'm going to be careful of this guy. Seeing? Yeah, no problems. Going to come back to secondary. This guy's probably going to come out. No, he's decided to stay. That's okay. And again, not going to filter. There's not an obvious space. Don't honestly care. So, no danger. No near-death experiences. Why does it go like that with me? I'm not a cyclist though, am I? So we've got some parked cars. I'm okay staying in my lane, but I'm going to go close towards the white, just aware of people around. Is there anything obvious here? No, I can't really risk going down to the front either, so I'm going to again stay put. Notice how over the last little bit I've just been keeping up with the flow. Apologies about the wind. The vehicles haven't been travelling any faster than me on my bike. I'm not even going for it either. Can't nowadays, too fat. No issues around. Let's have a little look with this. Parked cars again. Is this guy coming past? No, he's let me out. Thank you. Perfect. If you communicate with people and not just barge through, it's no issues. Now I'm getting on with it, so I can be past this, back into primary of lane 1 so they can get on with the journey. Have I been seen by the blue one? Is this one coming back in? I'm trying to take my time and again keep things moving. Okay, no issues there. little bit further up, I am going to be going up quite a steep hill. Let's have a little look to see what's what. I've got some Alecki power, totally fine staying in primary for this lane. People can get past if they really want. Now, how am I going to deal with this merge and turn? I am going to go up to where it starts to move, and I'm going to find my way in. That's probably my gap. Thank you. And I'm going to show this nice lady that I'm turning left up the hill. All good. Happy and secondary for people to come past. No issues. We are going to go up a bit of a steep one now. So, gear down a couple, I think. I am going to go round. There's an obvious route to the cycle area, but because he's in it, it's going to tuck us in here. If you're too close, or if they're in it, there's no room for you. So you're better off being in the middle of the lane in a situation like this. So I'm wrong-footed to take off a little bit here. Should usually be the other way, but with the angle that I'm at, just deciding to push off with the left, that's all. Traffic stop on either side. Let's have a little look. Not yet. It's good being on a bike because you can see over the top. Pedestrian crossing time is just finished. Should be shortly. There we go. We're okay side to side. No problems have been seen by anyone turning right. I'm happy for this one to come past. Not an issue. The road is quite nice and wide. Happy to stay in secondary. I've got a good view with both of these junctions. Getting my legs working up this hill. I've got electrical assistance, but it's on its lowest level, as I usually ride, to be honest. Yeah, we're okay. Nice wide pass there. Good again. No one's pushing through. That's good. Get on with it a little bit so they can get on with their journey. Thank you. Nice man. Gave me space, that's all. All right. What have the roads been like compared to what you're used to? Have they been busy? Or are they relatively quiet? I'm actually heading probably against the flow. That's all right, there's enough space. I'm heading against the flow. Everyone's generally going to be coming away from Liverpool at this time. These particular sections with the Central Islands, don't think that you're necessarily always going to be in secondary position like I was there. It's only because the road's wide enough. You saw me do it before, where I took up a position out in primary. Be careful here, the silver one. We're all good. Here, the road isn't wide enough. So what I'm going to do is just stay put a second. Staying put, there's not enough room. But this one's coming past anyway. KL18 EEZ. And that's what people are like. So you take up that position to try and keep yourself safe, but they still force past. Here's what it is. Yeah, my camera's gone down again. I'm just going to get this car past me. No one's behind. This junction's fine to the left. No potholes in the road. I'll stop you guys looking at the sky. Okay. All right, no worries with that. But you could hear it, you could feel it coming. You're not going to get the roads perfect. Your job as a cyclist is to survive, honestly. So, as long as you're staying out of trouble, as long as you're keeping yourself safe, it honestly doesn't matter what other people do. If you decide to report some people, do so. Reporting is a part of it. But don't go out looking for issues and looking for problems. If you do, you're exactly the same as the people who feature on the dashcam channels. They make events happen. Bloody camera. Oh well. You still got the front and back. Hopefully you can still hear me through the wind. This could be terrible, this video. Don't you be commenting like they always are. Anyway, here we are. We're coming up to the top end of town. Still got a little bit more to do. So we've got Islington that we're going to be negotiating up ahead. Oh, this camera's a waste of time. I am just going to park in a sec and just try and tighten it. Give us a sec. Okay, let's have a look. See what I can do with this. I wonder whether it's tighter if it's laid down. Perhaps. Right, let's try this one. All I've done, I've just put it dead straight as opposed to on a little bit of an angle. Let's see whether this is any better. Kept my gloves back on. Okie dokie, let's go. Notice I'm not just going to pull out as well. I want to make sure there's a gap big enough for me to do it. I'm even going to wait for the next one. Okay, hopefully that camera's going to stay there now. Not holding my breath. Okay, so we've got Islington to deal with a little touch further. Again, these central reserves are quite tight. Thank you. Notice again the communication. Just turn around and look at them. Don't just pull out. You will get people who will just bomb past. This camera's gone again. Oh well. Bit of a debacle. But the lights change, I'm ready for it. Ready for him as well. No one next to me is a big problem. And let's have a little look at this. We are heading towards Low Hill, so we're fine where we are for now. Are you wary of riding the bike out in traffic like this? I can understand it, to be fair. My awareness and hazard perception skills have got to be top notch. If I can negotiate a learner through this city driving 2 tons worth of metal box, I can ride a bike with ease. It's not a problem. It's not even about experience, although I have been riding on the road for 35 years. Used to do everything on the mountain bikes. Not going past this one, but I am going to be looking if there's a space further up that I can go past. No issues. If they queue, so be it. Staying out in primary. Don't want people coming past you here. Be positive, hold your position, don't be bullied. But keep aware of people. This guy could still turn left. In the end, it was fine. This fella thinks he's a bicycle. Okay. Now, there is a cycle path up here on the left that I'm going to go off and use. If there is cycling infrastructure and it's usable and it's safe, I would always say use it, because you're out of the way of the idiots. But don't forget, still your responsibility to look after the more vulnerable, the pedestrians. There's a fair few about at the minute. So there's just a little insight into me riding in rush hour traffic on Friday the 13th as well. So an interesting one. I'm just going to head across here onto the cycle area. So what's your thoughts? Do you do anything differently? Be interested to find out. Let us know in the comments, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care.